Hello, everyone. Welcome to another top 8 match. Today joined by Ragnaf and Boken. So this is going to be a really exciting race, because I'm excited to see how Geek and Zach route. I think they're both really good at routing these seeds.
Yeah, I agree.
Two devs going at it.
True. So nothing crazy to start out with here.
Donald's starting with Blizzard, though, so maybe getting a little bit of extra experience if you end up going to Pride Lands first. Might get a few kills as you go through. Also, we have Battlefield's membership card and the Beast Claw in the shop.
Okay, membership card is
nice
great.
enough to.
Yeah.
He was nice enough to label those for us on this tracker. He doesn't have them yet, but just keeping that in mind, what we got in there.
Something to keep in mind is that Geek did help me a lot with making these settings, so he's definitely got a lot of experience playing with these.
Yeah.
Oh, the Blizzard. Okay.
Oh, no.
Extra kills, huh?
hey.
I know.
It usually
I know.
works.
It happens, man.
It's better than fire, that's all I'll say. Fire,
Oh,
I
God.
swear, murders you every time.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah, it's super unfortunate, though.
I personally just put him to sword attack, because even like Goofy Tornado, I don't like it.
Yeah. Zach getting the backup, the old strat where you run back at the start of the fight
God.
Oh, this is so
That-
scary.
Donald Blizzard again is. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Limit form for Codename Geek is the reward past this fight.
Really good tool to have early.
Yeah, so the reason that one reason to start here in Pride Lands is because the RNG is always the same, and you get the reaction commands, but now he has to deal with the backup here, which isn't that bad, and thankfully he knows it.
Yeah. Oh, the other one spun instantly again.
Donald
Alright,
shooting the
Donald
wrong
Goofy.
one isn't helping.
Yeah, looks like they stunned it. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. All right. All right, cool.
Yeah,
That's
unfortunate.
never fun. That's
No.
never a fun way to start a seed. That's an immediate. You know your opponent's probably in here and they've probably gotten past it, so that's an immediate loss of endorphins at the start of the
Yeah.
seed.
Picking up a magnet in the later parts of Pride Lands as well, so limit form and the magnet and a ribbon too. So pretty good stuff out of here. Nothing of vital importance except limit form, but pretty good stuff.
So far, not seeing any of our items that would indicate that a data can be done here. So either a page proof or a promise charm. Unfortunately, Simba does not give any progression points either, but he does get a fire.
These are pretty good spells right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, there's that extra level with the blizzard.
Wow. It'd be interesting to see where the drive-ups are.
Yeah.
That's always the fun part of these seeds.
Yeah, starting with
Yeah,
free
that's-
drive, not having access to Limit Master or Final until you have some drive ups is a pretty big difference from normal rando.
Yeah, that's the thing to keep in mind. Getting lit up form early isn't always a good thing.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of just sitting there taunting you, knowing, yeah, you'd like to have this, wouldn't you?
Surely they'll find a drive up
Oh,
in the
surely.
shotgun somewhere. Yeah, Geek shotgunning Port Royal and going into Halloween Town. Pretty classic start in general, because Halloween Town is very, very low effort for almost all the checks unrelated to bosses. You have to go through one mob fight, which you can death abuse to, and then one that you can get through just by using Dance Call. So, lots of checks here for very little effort.
I missed Full Bloom Plus 2 on Zak's side. I'm not sure if... I assume they both have it.
Yes, I think it was the first junk chest in Pride Lands after the Living Bones fight.
That's pretty
I
good.
think Geek picked it up as well. Zak going into Agrabah here, picking up Jackpot and Finishing Plus. Finishing Plus is, it's not exactly necessary since we're starting with one, but still a nice thing to have. And also,
A proof right
finding
there.
a proof for Promise Charm, yeah.
Geek ended up finding a fire in the woods, maybe explaining why they look so burnt down.
Also, how does Geek have 27 magic at level 8? That's crazy.
That's insanity.
That's insane. Another magic increase here.
Oh my god.
Silver Ring, that actually could help out.
Yeah. Honestly, because you're more apt to be skipping junk chests, any accessories that you pick up are pretty nice, considering you might not find any more than that,
Both players are opting to pick up quite a few junk chests, though, which makes sense because you want to find accessories sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's worth it to do during your shotguns, but as soon as you start committing to worlds, I think it's probably reasonable to start skipping them.
Yeah, it just depends.
Because getting the buff stats from accessories early is probably more helpful than it is in mid and late game,
Oh yeah, and 100% paying off too, because there's Shadow Archive in Agrabah there.
Yeah, that's 3 to both stats once 2 accessory slots are available between the Full Bloom and Shadow Archive. Going into OC here, getting a finishing plus.
Oh my god,
and...
3 now.
That's
right?
all 3.
Yeah, that's all of them. Oh wait, no, there's still one out there, isn't there? Unless they picked one up.
No, they start with a finishing plus. One was in Agrabah, one right there, along with the Sword of the Ancestor.
Well, that gives them Lexaeus access if they really want to go that far.
Data Zigbar.
Oh right, sorry, I don't know. Both swords.
The other data lock with starting with an S.
Yeah.
Scimitar.
Both players going into the World That Never Was shotgun.
Nice sync here.
Picking up
magic.
2
Oh my god.
I had a healthy start to the World That Never Was.
Yeah.
This is completely off topic, but what is the cure icon supposed to be? Like, what is that thing?
It's like medicinal leaf.
Yeah, it's like an herb or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Looks like a carrot to me, like a green carrot.
I can see that. Some kind of root vegetable.
Yeah, maybe spinach.
So, Fyra and a magnet. Not like amazing stuff.
Yeah, it's not amazing, it's not terrible. Using fire to get through fights without any greater crowd control like Chicken Little or Magnera, a little bit difficult just because you're not going to be able to group everything as effectively as you'd want to use fire. At least without forms, I should say. Obviously, with like Wisdom or Final Form, you can just get through most mob fights with just fire with them.
Right, so I'm wondering if they opt to do Bailey with these tools, or...
I feel like Bailey would be okay. It wouldn't be the fastest, but it would be alright. I think we might see like a Twilight Town shotgun first to see if they can get a drive up, so they can use limit form on Bailey, perhaps.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they might want a gun for early progression points since they don't really know a lot.
Yeah, that too.
Bailey is an easy point. If the torn page ends up being there or something, that's another point they can get from just doing poo.
Mm-hmm.
Both players mostly shotgun the same worlds. I think Geek just has OC over Zach now.
Yeah.
Oh, and PR.
Disney Castle. First time seeing this. No progression points here until you escort Minnie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
getting a
page.
page.
One page. Data Marluxia's on the table.
See, this is one of those shorter worlds that if you want to just get straight to a data, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Once more as well.
Oh, and a proof.
Also a proof. Wow.
Okay. So once more is nice to have. We know Second Chance has the ability to be on a Keyblade, but that's not guaranteed.
Yeah. Although I don't think we've actually had it as an ability yet in the tournament.
Oh. Geek stepping in to check his first pages. He's got 2 out of 3 hints, so once he's
oh my
done
god,
here,
Kiraga.
Kiraga.
Nice.
And in the meantime, Zach is shotgunning TT1 here.
We'll have our first set of hints once he's done here. What would be nice is 1 hour has a thing where it's like, oh, you get all of this certain magic, you get Kiraga, that's like a point bonus. It'd be cool if we could implement that into progression hints. Or if you get 3 of the same magic, you might get like a point.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Thunder for Zach in the Tram Common. What's nice about seeing Magic Chest now is you know it's not going to be a cure. It's going to be something better.
Yeah, 100%.
Taking it Pan as well.
Ice Cream for TT3 access. Still missing knowledge on where Picture is.
Here's our first hint. Reflect in OC and a page in Twilight Town, as well as Final Form and Stitch. And Chicken Little. Oh my god.
That's pretty stacked.
Yeah, that's a very stacked Twilight Town.
Data Axel is on the table then, and we know we're not going to be seeing Data Zexy in this seed.
Yep.
And we're not going to be seeing that Reflect either, which is kind of a shame.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have ice cream knowledge, but we don't know about the picture yet. That could be bad if they need it.
Yeah. Could end up working out that it's on the path to, say, another page or proof, you know what I mean? So it might not be bad. Wonder if Geek might go for Port Royal after this, since he's going to have a Thunder here with 29 magic.
Yeah, it's a good idea, because you can level.
Yeah, you can level, and you should be one-shotting the Pirates at this stat spread, so...
At the same time, I think you probably do Tower first.
Yeah, I think Tower's okay.
It's not
knowing that Final Form is here, you're not going to get Final unless you find Light and Dark and force it, basically. Oh, looks like he's leaving, actually.
Zach's pushing the mouse. Taking a gamble on what's going to be in Timeless River. Almost said Turtle Rock.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is that if you really want final levels for datas, like most of them.
Yeah.
And if you do station, then it's pretty tough to level it anywhere.
Yeah, I agree. Unless you're doing World That Never Was and full clearing that world, you just don't have good options for nobodies, really. Geek opting to go for Bailey here, potentially, as Zach is going to be getting his hint after finishing pushing the mouse here and getting through the escort.
Geek knows that if he needs to push this world, the progression is just in the shop.
Yeah.
So might as well set this up and get some progression points out of it.
I'd say that the other benefit is Bailey is a pretty low committal push for 1 point as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think something to consider is that there's so many checks in Hollow Bastion 2, like so many chests, that a drive up is also pretty likely.
Yeah, very true. Also picking up a page in Boro there, so that means data demis on the table.
One of the longer datas I would personally choose to never do, but it is an option.
Yeah, I feel similarly. Very long data, and the less tools you have, the longer it goes by a long shot. So it's like, oh, I don't have Final or Wisdom leveled up, and also we have PS2 Duck Flare, so you can't fully rely on Duck Flare as easily and stuff like that. So Demi's definitely a little bit of a scary data to need to commit to.
And it's not just that it is long, it's that if you commit that much time and then end up failing the mini game towards the end, that's a much bigger punishment than pretty much any other data, outside maybe Luxord or Zemnis.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you also have to get all the way through 1K as well. So if you don't have like double magnet and good magic, your 1K is slow too. So there's a lot of things that stack up against wanting to do Demi in these settings. Also, the note in TR, Zach did pick up the identity disc, unlocking SP2 access.
Nice. He can immediately cash in this torn page.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, we gotta do it anyway. We know
do it anyway.
The data's proof of non-existence is on the last page of Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're only missing we're only missing like 2 pages and the proof now, the other proof.
Yeah.
And it's only been 17 minutes, so it's pretty. We have a lot of info already.
Absolutely. The only potential worry right now is if that page is in TT2 and picture isn't hinted until late at this point. That could be problematic.
Twilight Town, okay. Just full committing to station, it looks like.
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
You're probably most likely not going to get final for this in these settings. 1, not having the drive. 2, not having the drive to just like even force it. Like you need 5 drive to even force final. Because if you have under, it shouldn't work out at all.
Yeah, you just get anti-form over and over.
So yeah, there's no reason to hold off on this with these settings. Get Stitch for his troubles. Station Fight gives you 1 progression point. Climbing the tower will get you another. With that, he'll have a second set of hints when he's done.
I think Zach will be potentially heading over to other page, right?
Well, there's final form at the base of the tower.
Oh,
for, Geek.
Still no drive
It's
ups.
always
Yeah, no drive ups. That's true.
It's always behind TT, even though it's kind of useless here and it doesn't matter. It's kind of a slap in the face still.
How much are you willing to bet that Light and Dark's in Twilight Town as well?
Oh, TT3 every time, or just on final form somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, Pan. Wait, hang on.
Oh, there's Janet taking poo.
Yeah, I guess Pan kind of makes sense. He doesn't really have any other tools to speed up this fight, so maybe just get some summon levels in case, I don't know, maybe Genie Strats come out on the data. Unlikely, but possible.
Yeah, I half expected him to use the limit to like gather the artist or something.
Oh yeah, that would have been smart. I didn't even think of that. I always forget about Pan limit.
Yeah. With these like win condition items being so early in the worlds, it makes it a lot harder to choose a data.
Yeah.
And there's no page or proof hinted with that hint.
Nope. Yeah.
Okay.
So
no data Syax. We know Marluxia has the proof there, so it's. But we know Master Form's there, another form they can't use with the drive they currently have.
I watched that chest right there be a drive up, just sitting in SP.
I see the arrow. It's got my hopes up. I'm sure it's got Geek's hope up too.
Also, wow, 34 magic at level 11 for Geek.
Oh my god.
MP increase, more magic. Buys the membership card, yeah.
Oh, right. I don't know if... Yeah, Zach probably didn't buy it yet. It's hard to get money.
Yeah.
So if he just pushes up the dancers, he'll get 1 point from Bailey, 2 from corridors, and 1 from dancers. So that's a pretty good push with a good density of checks. There's a torn page there, so you know it's an option.
Corridors might be a little bit awkward with the current tool set, but manageable.
Yeah, you just do the Magna Splash. Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, Zach retracing steps in SP. Where's Geek going? He's going to Pooh. He's leaving
Nice.
Pooh.
Must have thought, yeah, a page, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Or he already did Bailey. It was so fast I didn't even notice. Okay, so just corridors and dancers then.
Yeah, then you have to choose... I mean, neither player has shotgun to Beast Castle yet. There could be a drive up in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
here
we're
we go.
about to find out.
Yeah, with all the HP ups, it gets
another toured page.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a little bit spooky.
So that's one less option to have with your torn pages proofs, Promise Charm being in the same world.
Yeah.
Only missing 1 proof and 1 page now.
Yeah, that's very scary.
It's very spooky. Especially because right now there's like no clear data options at all.
Yeah.
Every time they open a like a stat up chest, I laugh. It's just not trying.
Oh, horizontal slash.
Oh, Hori. Very good find.
An area dive for Zach and Beast Castle.
I think he just got a money pouch as well on the instant study pop-up, but I could be wrong. I think I saw that, though.
Is that a form? Oh, a picture. It's just right there.
Picture in BC.
Okay.
Wow.
TT3's on the table.
There it
Data
is.
Axle Drive Gauge.
In Valor form.
And
for
Valor
Zach.
form. Oh my goodness.
And Flash Step. And the combo boost.
Oh, wow.
Man. Beast Castle loaded.
Okay. So Geek now has access to Limit Form if he wants. There it is.
Zach going into Thresholder here as well.
Can you get one cycle with those tools? I don't think it's possible.
I don't believe so. I think you need all 3 Thunder Boosts and the Dara. Because he doesn't have Limit Form available, he doesn't have Trinity, he doesn't have Reflect.
Oh, maybe.
I don't think you can get...
Okay.
I don't think so, yeah. I think you need both air combo boosts. It was kind of close, but yeah, I just don't think it's possible. Magnet and...
Magnaro.
Yeah.
Drive gauge!
Oh man,
100 acres,
there's
too.
5 drive, yeah.
Now final form Fyra if they want. With that juicy magic stat.
Oh, right, so, okay, they can level final in Twilight Town 3. That's actually fine.
Yeah.
Oh no, Mr. Balloon.
Does he have... Oh, okay. I thought that was an FPS issue at first. There we go.
49? Oh, wow. Get
Wow.
49. Get some claps for that, please. Brain Perfect minigame. Oh, wait, is that a proof? In Beast Castle, right there.
I didn't see it.
I think that might have been a proof up there.
Geek using his
Oh, Lion Dark
final
was
form
invalid.
level. Oh wow.
Wait, so you can
Alright.
actually level it on station then? Oh no, he can't because he doesn't have the drive
He
up.
needs to drive, yeah.
He needs to go to HP2 and get a 3rd page first.
Yep, that is
It is a proof.
Oh.
Wow. We're only missing 1 page now, and that's it.
So
Is
Data
it-
Zoltan's on the table.
Yeah, this is a rough seed in terms of choosing the data.
Yeah, it's a pretty gross spread. And I will say the other thing, they have found all but one of the things unhinted at this point.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, it's all been pretty early.
Yeah,
yeah.
We still have no signs of any reflect anywhere. Any.
Yeah.
We know where one is, but is it worth pushing OC to get it? Before, obviously, like I'm sure they're gonna check other stuff first.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so Data Axle, you don't really need reflex. Like you can get it, you can get into it with like limit or something. Definitely be hard.
You can wait
I
for him to
don't
do
have
his
Blizzards either
normal
for Data Axle.
melee attack too, and
Yeah.
then to punish and set him up into the loop. So like Axel is doable. Like the only 2 that feel okay is like Zoltan and Axel right now, because Marley feels really slow without reflect.
Right.
I'm just the weirdo that does the fights he enjoys. Like I know I'm not gonna have fun doing Axel without the stuff I don't have right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or Lucia, I'd rather have fun just doing it incredibly slow, but at
yeah.
least having fun in the fight.
Fair enough.
That's why I'm also not competing though.
Yeah.
And Geek will be getting his next tint after he does Thresholder here.
Zach pushing further into Beast Castle. Beast Claw was in the shop, so they will have access to this once they purchase that.
It's such a shame to not like I totally understand why Zach hasn't done Hollow Bastion 2, but it's holding both of the drive ups.
He might have forgotten that it's in the shop. It's possible if you don't mark
Oh
it
yeah,
down.
and also just not having money? I don't know if they have money.
There was a money pouch in Beast Castle.
Okay.
So Zach has money, he just hasn't gone to a shop since picking it up. I think this should kill Darkbone. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Geek gonna be getting the 1 cycle on Thresholder here.
Nice.
There's a blizzard. Alright, he's going for the shop. He knows it's there. He's grabbing a beast claw, grabbing a membership card. Not buying Grandpa his sword.
Yeah, I think you need to reset the flags.
Yep.
So I think Zach is just hard committing Zaldin, which is actually fair because, like you mentioned, you don't need reflects. Like they can kind of do it with what they have.
Also, Yeet going into TT2 after picking up that picture in his next hint.
He's got final form. He's got Magnera. He can pretty much, with this magic stat and just base form at 40, he can just warp everything to another dimension with what he has.
Absolutely.
Or just melt them. That's also incredibly fast.
Jesus.
But what's nice about this TT3, the page is deep. Honestly, with these settings, I like pages being really deep because it does give me more options of, okay, I don't have to kind of think about what I can push and prep. It's like I have no choice but to do it, kind of giving you more options knowing your opponent has to do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, Zach pushing station, so it's fine because you can still level final on TT3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
the only
live.
worry is if
Movement.
he commits to TT2 and 3 before going to HB2 at this point.
Yeah. Oh, the hint. What is it? The next hint tells you HB. So,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, tell him there's another torn page there. That'd be good to make him rush that because there's not going to be any hints for drive ups.
yeah.
That's the only way that's going to push him in that direction.
We know where number was is dead as well, so no Didismness.
Oh, yeah, one other minor thing to note, Zach does not have the second magnet yet either, since that was in 100 Acre.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Duck Flare on the mansion fight there.
Ooh.
Oh. With these settings, Duck Flare has been nerfed to be like the PS2 Duck Flare. It's still good though.
Yeah, still a very good tool to have.
I actually think that Comet is my preferred, usually, just because of how much longer you can use it for.
Oh, another glide!
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think Comet has better uses for the invulnerability, but ease of use, I feel like most people would prefer Duck Flare because they don't need to worry about their positioning relative to where the finisher starts and things like that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I like my enemy being stun locked on the ground versus flying away from me.
Yeah. However, if you're fighting like bosses that have super armor of some kind, like Larxene or Zaldin, because he can't go any, too much higher and stuff like that, you can get insane damage out of using Comet properly.
Yeah.
I think Geek is going to check out the stat spread here, because you can potentially get to 60 with the magic set they have.
Yeah.
There's that torn page. Last chest of TT3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And Chicken
Axel-
Little's still in betwixt.
Oh, yeah. Axel's a pretty easy choice.
Yeah, I almost guarantee that both players do it.
And once Geek finishes Spoopy Cave, we'll get our next set of hints.
Also, it looks like Zach is committing to Twilight Town. Not gonna have access to Final.
Oh man, that is rough. But
It's
it
very
makes
unfortunate.
sense. Is it,
Yeah,
like,
no, like
totally makes sense.
it definitely makes sense. It's just very unfortunate.
Geek gets the second combo boost in the cave.
No ground finishers yet, though, correct? So, unfortunately,
haven't
that's not
seen
gonna
anything.
make that big of a difference right now. Zach handling this Sandlot fight pretty well, considering the toolset that he has.
Yeah.
There's a reflect. They're gonna get it.
Oh
They
my
have no
God.
choice but to get
Oh,
it to finish the
wonderful.
seed.
Geek probably breathing a sigh of relief,
Yeah.
picking that up.
It's interesting knowing that no matter what, his opponent will also have that reflect as well. With the randomizer, there's not a lot to know about, okay, what does my opponent have? With the setting like Eat the Bear, you know they have that. They will have it at some point.
Oh wait, last page is in Space Paranoids. So that's it right there.
Yeah.
Oh.
And a
a
reflect.
reflect.
Yeah. Oh, so they have to go to... Where is it? Oh, it was in TR,
Yeah, it was in TR.
the disc to... Well, they might not necessarily need it.
Yeah. Zach has prepped almost up to Zalden already, so I think Zach's gonna be doing Zalden. Probably
Right.
Axel as well, since that torn page is so late.
Yeah.
I imagine Geek is probably going to do the same thing, considering he doesn't have access to Identity Disc yet. However, if that torn page isn't SP2, maybe you see them flop and go for Larkscene instead of Zalden.
Yeah.
Zach clearing through Bailey here real quick.
So I think Zach will probably be fine in final form. Like, I don't think it'll take too long to level it up to 5.
No, it really shouldn't.
Oh, so it hasn't done Mickey fight yet, so it's fine.
Mickey fight. Oh, mansion fight. Okay.
Mansion, yeah.
It's like, when do you fight Mickey? Wait a minute.
Can I play that game?
Alright, Zach getting his third set of pages.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, he's going. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
This is information we have as viewers. This is a good play from his perspective, is to go fast.
Yeah,
And hope you find what you find on the way. He'll get a drive gauge here, which is nice. He can use limit form now. It's just not being able to have the final is going to hurt with certain bosses, depending on which one you go for. If, like, maybe final, you don't use it too much for Zoltan, depending on how you open that fight. If you do Date Axel, you're not going to be having a chance to use final anyway. Well, it depends on what you choose to do.
Absolutely.
I mean, they might end up finding a drive up in SP as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically possible to be on the pop-up for... Or not the pop-up, the bonus up for Betwixt as well, right?
Yeah, there's a few places you can probably get it.
Once Zach finishes this mansion fight, he should have his next set of hints. Is that... Oh, that's 6 and 8. Maybe he won't have that set yet.
This page in SP is looking like it might be late.
the
Oh, was
Oh,
that
no,
there?
it's right there.
oh,
That's it. He has
Okay.
everything, right? Or yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
he has all the tools. He can get all. He's got all the proofs. He can go use the Promise Charm route to level if he wants. Gonna get an extra thunder for his troubles.
Gonna go for
This will
999.
give him 4 progression points.
Oh,
Wait.
there's power. Uh...
Oh my god.
Oh
He has to do
no!
it again.
That's so unfortunate.
He has to do it again. No.
And this new set of hints, what does it tell us? Anything interesting? Wisdom Form and STT.
That's yeah, and then just a Promise Charm and Agrabah.
Okay.
Oh, he didn't check minis. Just checking that real quick. Oh, I'm doing. A little bit confused.
Maybe doesn't want to do Zoltan.
Oh, that is true. Yes.
Maybe wants to go for Lurk Scene instead of Zoltan here.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
he
it might
hasn't
be
done the
Marluxia.
first boss of BC. Yeah.
Oh, it could be Marluxia as well, yeah.
He's got crowd control for the windows. He can get through
Yeah.
that pretty quickly. Probably wants to push something that might have hopefully a bit more tools
Yeah, for sure.
along the way. Like maybe if he's still looking for a ground finisher. Another form would allow him to level up Final a bit more.
Mm-hmm. Zach through the mansion fight.
Okay, he does get the hint for Space Paranoid, so he knows
Yeah.
where his pages are now. What's nice is he'll get this glide in the mansion. Alright, there's his max.
Yeah, I'm really curious which data's Geek is gonna go for here.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
I feel like Axel is a given, but
Yeah.
between Zoldan, Marluxia, and Lurk Scene is what seems to be up in the air for him.
Yeah.
Based off the chest routing that he just did, not checking the first two, I don't think he's going Marluxia. I think he wants to try to find Identity Disc to do Lurk Scene here.
It was in the first chest.
Yeah, so he's doing the chest routing where you grab Waterway and then grab the other two right before leaving TR, rather than grabbing them
Okay.
before Pete. Which is
Yeah,
why I don't
it's the
think
one
he's
thing
going
about
Marley.
TR that kind of sucks is you can't see what these chests are
Yeah.
very well.
Yeah, you can't see the colors, so it's definitely a lot more difficult. And he'll get his identity
There it
disc
is.
right here. And yeah, he's
Alright.
leaving.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we might be opting for Lurk Scene Axel here, perhaps.
Zach prepping betwixt to be able to do Data Axle.
Getting through pretty well, considering Zach still doesn't have to reflect, so...
Yep.
There's his chicken.
Also, in the meantime, Geek is leveling in the Promise Charm room here.
Unlucky level ups here.
Yeah.
Oh, strength up is
Stats are...
Strength's actually pretty
It's
good.
getting there. Yeah. Hopefully they
finally
don't
popped back up.
stagnate.
I think neither player has found the XP boost, right?
Don't believe so. Unless it's on the Keyblade, because I haven't seen either of them really check their Keyblades.
Yeah.
I just noticed too, Geek has a Thundaga to Thunder advantage over Zach as well for these fights.
Oh yeah, from Hollow Bastion.
Hollow Bastion and Pooh.
Yeah.
Thunder was on Starry Hill.
Oh right, okay.
Zach utilizing the screen's time to get at least a handful of levels here. Not having the XP boost is unfortunate, but you can still get quite a few levels.
He coming back and he's pushing Zolden.
Okay.
Oh, I guess that's something else that does make Zolden and Axel naturally combo this seed, is you get a Blizzard from doing Beast Castle. So doing
true.
damage to Axel and setting up the loop could be easier that way too.
That is true. Honestly, Zach could go back to Hollow Bastion just for the drive up. Like if he might be hoping that he finds one on the way and then look for one after.
I mean, once again, luckily, you don't really need Final for Zolden. It's definitely nice, don't get me wrong, but you can do that fight without. So,
yeah,
doing Zolden and Axel is, it's looking pretty good from Zach's perspective, I imagine.
At this point, he also has, prep over Geek at this point.
Yeah. Right before Zolden in Beast Castle is Zach. And already done betwixt, so he just needs to do normal Zolden, and then he has both of his datas prepped. Geek will be catching up on that pretty shortly, though. Going back into Beast Castle 2 here.
There's Zach's Reflect.
So they do have once more. It doesn't really matter much on Axel, but on Zolden it can help a lot. Just if you get hit by the wind barrier.
Absolutely. The wind barrier is usually what ends up getting you killed, or getting hit multiple times from his multi-jump, and one square will save you from both of those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this some...
Ooh. Oh, this is Max.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Done.
I
Nicely
think
done.
Zach wins by virtue.
Yeah, that might be an auto win. One more thing to consider is that even though the stats aren't quite their level, it is also gonna help for final fights.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if like you're really close to getting above for final fights, just doing one cycle of Promise Charm just to get above the floor, or getting to the ceiling for final fights, I feel like it's almost always worth it.
Yeah.
Geek making quick work of Zolden here, I say, as things go wrong. God damn it. Alright,
That's
he's
fine.
through.
He was taking advantage of the health
Oh,
gate
XP
before
boost
he
on
got into
Zelda.
DM
Wow.
range. Wow.
Honestly, you could level grind on TT now.
Zach heading into prep his Zolden as well. Zach doesn't have Thundaga, but Thundar is still really good. Crowd control when you combine with Magnero. Geek prepping Flare Force for Data Axel. Nah, I'm just kidding. For Data Zolden later, I believe.
Yeah, okay. I do like this XP boosting.
Yeah. because one more strength level, and he's at the floor in final form.
There we go,
which will
yeah.
help for Zalden.
All right, Zach's got Zalden down. Both racers have their datas prepped. I just noticed we get some more beef info from Geek here. Halloween Town got revealed. It looks like the scimitar is just there. An LOD who has a fire and genie.
Mm-hmm. Zach going right in for Data Zalden here.
Oh wow, just gonna go straight for it. Okay.
Not gonna spend time leveling, just gonna go for it.
I think that's totally fair at this point. I think
Agreed.
Zach has really just kind of done only required content.
This is really good damage.
Is that like reaction boost? That must be, right?
I think that's 3 reaction boosts. I know it's at least 2.
Yeah, that's
but it might be
pretty
3.
crazy. I didn't know you could do that
That's
much.
very good damage, yeah.
It's really interesting to see because Geek will have a much faster fight with leveling, but Zach's already partway through his Outdone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one advantage of having above the stat 4 is if you do end up having to slip up and you do take a death, you catch up to that death pretty quicker.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a nice thing.
I will say though, I believe Geek only has above the floor stats in final form right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
once he's outside the final form, it will be an exact similar situation.
And
to,
he only
Zach
has
in terms of damage.
5 drives, so it's really just like one use,
Yeah.
probably.
You'll get 1 use, yeah.
One
Oh,
set
no.
of strength and he will be at the floor at least.
Oh, this is really
Yeah.
scary for Zach.
Second phase is really bad. It's really scary to deal with. No.
Ooh. Yeah, there's a strength and magic increase, so with that he is at the floor in just base form.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, Zalden's second phase, it's kind of silly because what happened there is that when he lunges at you, you're supposed to be able to guard it, but he just lunges like way further than he should, and
Yeah.
you just die. You get hit.
You need to be really close to Zalden to avoid him doing like the forward moving lunge. So like you want to try to stay right in his face, but the issue with staying in his face, sometimes he'll do the thing where he says wins and moves
Yeah.
around 3 times, so then you get clipped by the wind barrier anyway.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Geek up to 70 strength in final form now. Magic's still below the floor though. Good guard from Zach. Alright, looks like Geek is starting his data pushes. Just stocked up on elixirs and equipped them, and is going for data axle first.
Alright, so not above the magic floor. Does he have any... I think you have to do like Blizzard finish or something, right? Because he doesn't have finishers.
You can do full combo ground finisher into Thunder, and it should hit RV,
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was a really
And if
unfortunate.
not, you
there.
can just throw another thunder.
I don't know. Does Zach have depth fire?
He does. It was on the mansion fight. I don't think he equipped it though. I could be wrong.
Okay.
The other benefit for
Geeks.
Geek is
Oh, wow.
even though his magic is below the floor, because he's doing the RC loop
Yeah.
with 2 reaction boosts above the floor, he's doing almost a full bar of health
That's a
every
lot of
RC.
damage. He's doing the side combo version. I haven't seen this.
Yeah, I find it really scary because sometimes you get carried a little bit too far and you're at the wall.
Yeah, and you get to the wall.
And then, yeah. Doing it really well, though. Keeping it nice and safe. Walking back before thundering, so he's in the center of the arena, so he doesn't get tagged from the instant slide from Axel. Handling it very well. is, again, a little bit scary for Zach here. Zoldan's really high, so you can't get that many jumps in a row. With that, Geek
Probably going to
should be
use the
through.
RC and finish him here.
Yeah.
Might pop into limit just in case. Ah, he's got it.
Alright,
Well done by Geek.
that's really good. I've never seen that version of the loop. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, something that's definitely practiced because aerial dive, as Ragnar said, I do not trust that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very scary looking. Alright, Zach getting a punish here in phase 2. Hopefully we'll get jumps if he magnets or stuns. Yeah,
Okay.
gets multi-jump here. Will DM after this, I believe, but still, you're in a more controlled area of the fight now for Zach.
Yeah.
Gets the full punish. I'm so impressed by how much damage that is doing below the floor
I know,
with these
it's-
jumps. It's so much. Alright, Geek into Data Zoldan as well. Zach taking his first DM of the fight, I believe.
Okay, nice magnet
Geek-
to catch.
Yeah, Geek gonna get a lot of damage from this final form here, since this is mostly physical damage here. Ooh, this is a little bit scary. Does have elixirs though, so
Again,
has
this
to be
is-
cognizant of his drive gauge, because if he falls out, Zoldan can windshield immediately and just kill you
yeah.
out right there.
And this is only final form, so after this is probably just gonna be base sword the whole way.
Yeah. Maybe with a little bit of duck flare usage potentially.
Yeah.
Alright, Zach getting another punish here. Not gonna kill, but gonna be very
It's so
close.
close.
Oh, he might be able to if he gets an air
Yeah.
combo out. I wouldn't risk it though.
Oh.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh
Please
no!
don't die.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Good call. Just take it with once more. That was smart. Rather than
that was-
risking.
Yeah.
Calm, cool, and collected.
Very well done by Zach.
I would have panicked my butt off.
Yeah, so he fell out of once more there in base Sora. Sora flinched out, and once more would have broken. I think he had enough health to survive the next hit, but did the safe play and went into
Okay.
Valor form immediately for the health. And
Got lucky
Zach
with the
getting
jump.
jumps here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He doesn't need to get any more, so he can safety glide around if he needs to.
yeah. He can actually kill with the reflect here even.
Okay.
Yeah. Zach
Alright.
through.
They're caught.
Well
they're caught up on
done.
Datas now. That was
Yeah.
very well done. Especially without leveling.
As a, s-
Oh,
even with
Geeks-
final form, Geek's shown this is a very scary data.
yeah.
100%.
Oh, there we go. That's the 1 hour challenge.
Yeah, don't worry, I got it.
Yep. Zach prepping for Axel here. Equipped a combo plus. Probably going to do full ground combos. Maybe triple blizzard on the ground into a ground finisher. Ooh, Geek didn't get the menu to final form in time to get the guaranteed punish, but still got an opening.
God, the jump does so much damage.
It does so much. Over half a bar, I think, with every jump. That's insanity. And he gets
Yeah, now
multi-jump.
this is
Wow.
gonna be really good.
Nice.
This is very good. Because after these jumps, Geek can go into air combos of final and get even more punishes here. This should push him all the way to DM phase. He will take a DM if he commits to doing full damage here, though. Because he can do... Nope, just going for Magnet. Fair play. Rather than risk going into final and having your revert... being force reverted and then breaking once more. Just goes for the safe play.
Yeah,
Also,
honestly,
Zach's got his loop started on Data
Yeah, I was just
Axle.
about to say.
honestly, like you
not you-
could think about. Okay, I'd say like, if you could also try to not do combos in final to get more jump damage, but
Yeah.
reverted.
Going for the magnet strat here. Going for the safer of the two options. You can hover above Zoldan and wait for him to do a melee attack to get jumps. It can be really scary. because sometimes you'll get clipped by the wind barrier, and sometimes punishing him after getting the jumps is very hard as well. Ooh, going into duck
this
flare.
is-
He should kill. He has horizontal slash as well, so he's gonna get extra damage from the mega duck flare.
How?
Yeah.
That's an incredible menuing of that. I've never seen something like that.
Very well done by Geek.
Yeah, super well done.
Zach almost through Axel here.
With that,
Probably
Geek
about-
has access to final fights per the tournament rules.
Mhm.
Yep. This was super close.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Geek does have a bit of an advantage with loadless as well.
Mhm.
About 30 seconds.
Also, keep in mind, Zach had an entire final form down from Geek the entire seed.
Yeah, literally
Crazy.
the entire season.
Yes.
How many domes?
Zach also had a very early tilt with Pride Lands being
Yeah,
true,
with
the two
Donald
Pride
being
Land stuffs.
Donald.
Alright, Zach through Axel. Very well done fight by Zach.
Okay, I was worried he was going for the what there never was door. I was worried, just making sure he knows, right? Okay, good.
I mean, like, genuinely, if Geek gets domed, it would be a little scary.
Yeah. Anything could still happen, folks. We don't have second chance, and AX1 and AX2 have a very strong hit they can do.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that might one-shot. Not sure.
I think with their HP, I think it will, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the defense really doesn't matter at this HP. Resistances will with armors, but those are all in jump chests, so they might not have gotten a lot of them.
And even if they did, they might not have taken the time to equip it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they got a ribbon in Pride Lands of Rigidity.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know that they have at least a ribbon. I don't know if either player equipped it though.
Or not just AX1, just the hands. I forgot
Yeah.
about the hands. Really good magic combos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very quick work.
Playing it kind of safe with Stitch out.
Mm-hmm.
Is Zach doing the strat to make sure that the hands don't come out early?
Stitch not cooperating for Zach,
No.
unfortunately.
Ooh, this isn't a scary spot because the hands can come out right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, they're coming down.
Oh,
Stitch
unfortunately.
pairing the assassins can sometimes make them go invulnerable.
Yeah, it's when you reflect it. It's a very weird bug.
Yeah, I think basically how it works is if they're deflected by Sora and then another thing other than Sora, so Stitch in this case, they just kind of sit there. I think it even
That's-
happens if you melee parry it.
That's something I don't think I've ever seen. Codename Geek stopping on the building itself to throw
Oh,
an
yeah.
ether before
To throw
going
the
down
ether,
for the
yeah.
last
That's pretty
phase.
cool.
That's creative as hell. I've never thought of that.
Alright, Geek into Final Zone this year. Will have full MP because he did throw an ether at the end of the fight, so can get full reflect damage on the throw. Might try to sack damage at the start though, so we can kill with limit form instead.
Yeah, with base
Of
reflex,
taking-
it's really hard to get it.
Yeah. Have to time your reflects really late
That was really good. He got 4 damage
Yeah.
so far. Very impressive.
Very well done. Into laser phase immediately.
Okay. Waiting on session. Yeah, misses.
Ooh. Gonna have to take one more set. That's fine though. He has elixirs, so he can just pop an elixir and then keep the limit active and reflect, and that should
There
be
we
done.
go.
Good area of reflect over there.
And there's
GG's to
Geek
Code
through.
Name
Yeah.
Geek.
GG's for sure.
GG's.
Zach's Lobus is ahead,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately.
That was a very close race.
Super
Very
close
close.
race.
Yes, incredibly close.
Especially considering all the different reading decisions as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Zach took more the approach of just do everything that's required. Don't waste time on, you know, because you're kind of hedging your bets if you do things that are not required because you don't always get rewarded from it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it mostly came down to their datas. Just really hard fights.
Mhm.
Geek ended at 101.10 flat. That's impressive. Intentional.
You can't get a 9999 on tossing the bear though, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, Zach's the winner in our hearts. You have to add the point difference to the timer.
Ooh. Very good by I almost said Nintendo. by Zach. Getting reflect into limit form here can get laser skip entirely.
Well,
Oh no!
Oh.
it's okay.
Okay, one thing that's really scary, Riku can push him into dome here.
This is true.
This is
I think he has too much.
another party
Oh,
member
no.
situation.
Yeah, oh
messing
no.
over.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Geek rating Zach, so we see Dome twice, or I wasn't sure what was going on there.
Zach opting to take the dome as well.
That's okay, yeah.
Yeah, fair play.
I think he
Unfortunate
knows
that
him
his
more.
health was right there.
Again, super well played from both racers. It was a really
Absolutely.
fun watch.
Yeah. No matter what happens, these settings are incredibly difficult.
Yeah, these settings are very hard.
Yeah, thanks to Zach, we get to watch the anime ending instead of the normal ending.
There we go. GG's.
Yep, GG's to Zach.
Very well played.
Jeez.
Again, very well done from both racers. These settings are extremely difficult, so being able to finish that fast is pretty crazy.
This was a very blitzy seed, and both players handled it very well.
Question for the tournament organizer. Do we know where second chance was this season?
Oh yeah, so let's go
Was it-
over to...
I think it was once again on a Keyblade.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was the Cosmic Bow, so it's right before Zigbar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were never getting that.
Yeah.
He was done with 2 cures in the first room.
The map in Olympus was Reflect. I don't know which one that is.
Before Urns.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Larxian had the other Reflect.
Oh my god. Where were the ground finishers?
Guard break was on the ridge, so middle of LOD.
Okay.
Barbosa had explosion.
Oh, that's
Wonderful.
weird.
Finishing leap on in PR as well, in PR2.
Oh wow.
Pretty bad.
Yeah,
Locations.
that's not great.
GG's to both players.
The drive up. One was on Cerberus. Sean Yu. Two of them and one never was. One of them after Roxas. One I think on the way to Zemnis. Olympus was kind of stacked.
Yeah.
Let me just pull up the brackets here.
The other XP boost.
Oh, yep. On Ultima Weapon, which was... Oh my god, it was the first check of SGT.
Wow.
That was the other XP boost. Alright. So with that, we now are going to go over the race between Met and Captain Bublo, which happened earlier, but we'll be restreaming the VODs. I have no idea who won yet, so no spoilers. And we'll take a 15-minute break.